Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tyler, and today I am bringing you guys a scenario that's rather popular within the Cobra Kai slash Karate Kid community, but I decided to give my own twist on it since I do actually power scale, and I think this type of video would fit my type of, I guess, style. Today we are going to be talking about two characters that have both been trained in the arts of Miyagi-Do, the perfect defense, and in all honesty, I think this fight is rather an interesting one to see. Daniel was a prodigy of his time, and Robby wasn't really so different in his, so it's kind of interesting to see what would happen if these two were put in the arena together, I guess, and they're basically duking it out to the death. Now, I was rather going to be making what if Johnny from 1984 faced off against Miguel, but it seemed like you guys actually wanted this first, and if you do want the Johnny and Miguel video still, then I could deliver, but it'd be very similar to the Daniel versus Robby fight, and I guess I can go a little bit more in depth here, since Robby and Daniel, although they have trained in the same school, they actually do have different types of techniques, with Daniel having the crane kick and Robby being able to do the most powerful kick in Miyagi-Do. Both of their fighting styles are similar, but they are different in their own right, and honestly, it's going to be a hell of a lot fun to break down who wins in this fight, which I definitely can see contention happening, and I just want to say, if you guys do disagree, just comment amongst yourselves who you think won. I personally, when I do these power scaling videos, I like to always think that I'm kind of right, and really, I don't finish the video unless I'm fully 100% certain on the argument itself, but I'm more so speaking for you guys in the comment section. You guys might attack each other. Trust me, there are a lot of Robby fans I've seen in comment sections that are very defensive with this character. And I can definitely see some maybe Daniel stands coming in and then just both of them attacking each other. I don't want that in my comment section. Let's keep it civil and let's keep it nice. So the first person I'm actually going to be diving into is Daniel Larusso himself. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. And I hope you guys do enjoy. Okay, so the first thing about Daniel Larusso I would like to go over is basically a little background info. So Daniel at this point is 18 years old. He's been training with Miyagi for a couple of months now and basically is ready to take on Johnny for the All Valley tournament. Now here, Daniel really only has, obviously he has basic knowledge of punches and kicks and obviously basic martial art knowledge, but mainly in terms of versatility of techniques, specifically for Karate Kid 1 Daniel, he's kind of lacking and mainly only has the crane kick. At this point in the series, he doesn't really have knowledge of kata, so he can't really try and attempt to confuse his opponent, and he couldn't even confuse Robby anyway, considering the fact that they both have knowledge of what kata is. But regardless, Daniel mainly only has his crane kick and basic martial art knowledge. That's really all he's gonna get, and in all honesty, there's really no drum technique and really no versatility of how Daniel's going to deal or approach Robby. However, though, I think Daniel's best asset is his physical stats themselves. You see, there is a little bit of a time jump here between Karate Kid 1 and Karate Kid 2. However, Daniel mainly just keeps up with his training and really shouldn't be that much stronger from his Karate Kid 1 self. Especially stat-wise, when you consider the fact that all they really did was just train a little bit in Okinawa and Daniel learned the drum technique. So if anything, he's mainly just getting more skill and rather not really physical stat amps. You guys are probably wondering, well, isn't Daniel just a kid, same as Robby? Why does this matter? It actually does matter, since we actually do have a calculation of Daniel taking a kick from Chosen, or at least a kick from Chosen, which Daniel scales to, who was able to generate enough force to break a piece of a stone statue, which was actually the same amount of force that it would take for a character to be under the wall level class in Versus Battle Wiki's tiering system. So basically here, Daniel is not even peak human, not even street tier, no, he's literally wall level. Now, if Robby himself doesn't have these physical stats or physical feats to really put him on Daniel's tier, then Daniel, in all honesty, wouldn't be affected by Robby's attacks, which is going to be something that is going to be very detrimental, since if Robby can't even harm this guy, how is he going to beat him? Speaking of, before we get into the Robby section, I want to go over one last thing, and that's Daniel's other feats, such as being able to catch a fly, which he does do at the beginning of Karate Kid 2, and we know that some time does pass between Karate Kid 1 and Karate Kid 2, of course. However, we do know Daniel wasn't training up until he got to Okinawa, meaning Daniel from the All Valley should scale to the same Daniel that is able to catch a fly with chopsticks. So here, Daniel's techniques are definitely going to be lacking in comparison to Robby, in my opinion, but in terms of stats, I think it definitely counterbalances, considering that his stats are just built different. Speaking of, we can now get into Robby, who in my opinion definitely has the technique advantage, or I guess skill advantage, over Daniel, because not only is he able to, you know, train under Miyagi-Do, learn the basics like wax on, wax off, he is able to actually perform the most powerful kick confirmed by Daniel in Miyagi-Do, which is kind of crazy considering the fact that even 20-year-old Daniel and even the adult Daniel that we all see in Cobra Kai, he can't even do that kick. Robby's athleticism, in all honesty, is just built different, and definitely, in my opinion, has the skill advantage over Daniel. Now, that's really all I have to go over for Robby. His main win con is definitely going to be utilizing the two-legged kick against Daniel. So we're actually going to be putting them now in the fight scenario. We'll say that this is a tournament setting, and we can maybe do one that's not tournament setting, I guess. Whatever you want, right? If you guys want to say that Daniel is faster than Robby, then he's going to be landing his blows faster if you guys want to use that fly feat to scale him above. If you don't, however, we actually have a more interesting match. Since now it's not about really Robby putting Daniel down, it's him actually being able to land these attacks and actually win the match, which in my opinion, I definitely think Robby is capable of. If they are relative in speed, Robby's skill advantage is just going to come in handy here, and he's going to outskill Daniel and get the 2 points faster than Daniel can. However, if this were, I guess, a regular standard battle, I guess, like fight to the death, you know, SBA taken into account, you know, they're just going to be beating each other up until one's down, then I think 100% I'm going to be giving this to Daniel. Now, I know you guys are saying, well, Robby can do the most powerful kick in all of Miyagi-Do. That would mean he's stronger than Daniel's crane kick, right? Well, the thing is, there's a difference between the character's physical strength and, you know, an actual skill or a technique. The technique itself can be objectively more powerful than the crane kick, but if Daniel in his physical stats are actually superior to Robby's, then that most powerful kick isn't really going to be helpful here. I think an analogy I can use is, let's say you can do a cartwheel and I can't, right? But I can beat your ass. But just because you can do a cartwheel doesn't mean you are, you know, superior to me stat-wise. You just have a better athleticism at that point. It's not necessarily, you know, gonna be the same thing as punching something hard. Just because Robby's able to perform a technique that Daniel can't doesn't mean he has the physical advantage. And so because of this, in my opinion, I think Daniel would just really eat all of Robby's attacks and swiftly defeat him. However, if this were a tournament setting and if you want to say their speed is relative, then honestly I can see Robby definitely winning. However, in a normal battle, I would have to give this to Daniel Larusso. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to give a thumbs up along with subscribing if you are new to the channel and hitting the bell icon. That way you are notified and updated every time I upload, and be sure to go and check out my community tab so you're updated and informed about future videos that I'm going to be posting, and suggest me any versus battle recommendations you guys would like to see in the future.
Anyways, guys, my name is Tyler, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.